Good. So now you can see my screen too. So till now, and you can hear my voice also, right? मी माझा आवाज सुद्धा व्यवस्थित ऐकू शकता आणि माझं प्रेझेंटेशन सुद्धा बघू शकता. Yes or no? Please type in the chat box. मी माझा आवाज आणि प्रेझेंटेशन. Okay, that's good. So let's start. आपण last time properties of alternate angle, properties of interior angles आणि properties of corresponding angle म्हणजे संगत कोन, व्युत्क्रम कोन आणि आंतर कोन अशा तिन्ही गोष्टी आपण बघितलेल्या होत्या. सो आपण याच्या पुढे बघू की काय काय आहे आणि काय काय नाही आहे. सो लास्ट टाइम मी तुम्हाला ह्याविषयी सुद्धा सांगितलं होतं की आपण खूप सारे वेज आहेत की आपल्याला एक कोन माहित असेल तर बाकीचे सगळे 8 कोनांचं 8 कोन कशी आपण सर्व 8 कोनचं मेजरमेंट आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतो. So that's what we have done in the last lecture. So let's go further. So this statement I will read and I will try to explain again. So when two parallel lines are intersected by transversals, the angles formed in each pair of So when two parallel lines, जेव्हा दोन पॅरल लाईन, दोन समांतर रेषा एका ट्रान्सव्हर्सल लाईनने इंटरसेक्ट केली जाते तेव्हा जे अँगल फॉर्म होतात ते करस्पॉन्डिंग अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट. म्हणजे जे पण संगत कोण आहेत ते सिमिलर असतात किंवा कॉन्ग्रुएंट असतात. अल्टरनेट अँगल आपण बघितलेलं की अल्टरनेट अँगल सुद्धा कॉन्ग्रुएंट असतात आणि इंटेरियर अँगल्स आंतरकोन ते सप्लिमेंटरी असतात. सप्लिमेंटरी म्हणजे त्यांची ऍडिशन केली तर ती 180 डिग्री येते. Okay, so I'm not going through practice set 2.2. We will go further, or we can try one of the problem here. Okay, this seems to be some interesting problem. So let's try to solve on this problem. So third problem. Okay, in the adjoining figure, line P is parallel to line Q, and line L is parallel to line M. So generally आतापर्यंत आपण बघितलं की दोन पॅरल लाईन आहेत आणि त्याला एक लाईन इंटरसेक्ट करते आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपण अँगल्स वगैरे काढलेले आहेत आणि त्यामुळे आपल्याला खूप साऱ्या गोष्टी समजलेल्या आहेत. बट इथे थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम डिफरंट प्रकारे त्यांनी पोज केलेला आहे. त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे की दोन पॅरल लाईन आहेत, दोन पॅरल लाईनचे कपल्स ऑफ पॅरल लाईन्स आहेत आणि त्या इंटरसेक्ट करतात. So what will be the, but apply theory, upon whatever we learned, it should be same. Okay. So upon त्यानुसार आपण पुढे जाऊ. So line P is parallel to line Q and line L is parallel to line M. So find measures of A, B and C using the measures of given angle. So आपल्याला एक अँगल दिलेला आहे 80 डिग्री. ओके. So आता आपल्याला मेजरमेंट अँगल ए काढायचा आहे, बी काढायचा आणि सी काढायचा आहे. सो वी विल स्टार्ट with to measure the angle between A, B and C. So let's see. People started writing answers, so let's go one by one. So first we will try to measure the angle A. So can you write it down? What is the answer for A? It's 100, right? So there are different ways you can go and try to calculate these angles. But what I feel, so if line P and line Q we are considering, right? So if we are considering these two lines and line L, so line L as a transversal line, then what will happen? This measure 80 degree and this angle, right? This I'm marking, this is not A, right? This is opposite of A. So this angle and this 80 degree are supplemented because those are interior angles. ते अंतर कोण आहे. मग आपण ह्या अँगलला एक नाव देऊ x. Okay, so x plus 80 degree is equal to 180 degree because interior angles are supplementary angle. सप्लिमेंटरी म्हणजे काय असतं तर त्यांचं ऍडिशन हे 180 डिग्री असतं. सो आपल्याला माहित पडलं की x हा 100 डिग्री झाला, राईट. आणि मग x चे अपोजिट काय आहे a, म्हणून x इज इक्वल टू a, hence a is equal to measurement of angle A is equal to 100 degree. Okay, so this way we have calculated the angle A. Now let's go to the next thing like B. So can you calculate B? Can you write down the answer for B? So now we are calculating the angle B. Yes. So similar way, if we consider, I will remove all these drawings so that it will be more clearer. So now in for angle B, what we have to do? Same thing. We are considering here parallel line L and M, and here transversal line becomes Q. Okay, Q is the transversal line. So hence the angle made, like, so this angle, okay, this angle I will denote it by Y. Okay, so from here we can see that angle A and Y are interior angles of the parallel line L and M. L and M च्या ह्या जर पॅरल लाईन पकडल्या आपण ज्या जर L and M ला आपण कन्सिडर केलं तर A and Y हे इंटेरियर अँगल म्हणजे आंतरकोन होतात. आणि आपल्याला माहिती आहे की आंतरकोन्स आर सप्लिमेंटरी. व्हॉट डज इट मीन? बिकॉज ते पूरक असतात एकमेकांना. त्याचा अर्थ काय तर दोन्ही अँगल्सची बेरीज 180 डिग्री असते. सो लेट्स ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड दॅट how this relations has been established. So measurement of angle A and measurement of angle Y becomes 180 degree, right? So we know the angle A is 100, right? Already. So what is measurement of angle Y? I'm not going through all the steps, but please write down all the steps. Okay. So 180 degree minus, sorry, there was some issue. Okay, so measurement of angle 180 degree. So measurement of angle Y becomes minus 100 degree. So measurement of angle Y is 80 degree. So this is angle Y, right? So what is B? B is opposite of Y. So measurement of B, measurement of Y are equal because they are opposite angle. Hence, measurement of B becomes 80 degree. So this is the general procedure. You can follow another way also, but this is the one method I have explained you. ही एक मेथड मी तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन केली. तुम्ही बाकीच्या कोणत्या पण मेथडने सुद्धा जाऊ शकता. जसं म्हणजे तुम्हाला एक एक्झाम्पल सांगतो की जसं हा हे अँगल वाय, सॉरी अँगल ए, राईट. सो अँगल ए आणि इथला एक अँगल असेल सपोज झी, राईट. सो झी अँगल अँड ए अँगल आर what is called alternate angle, right? Alternate angles are congruent. So this becomes Z becomes 100, right? So Z becomes 100 degree here. Sorry, I will write it here. 100 degree. So whereas, sorry, so angle Z and angle B are angles made by single line, so their addition is 180 degrees. So from here we can understand that a measurement of angle B becomes 80 degree. Okay, so I have shown you two different ways, but there are multiple ways you can try. Okay, so another way I will give you. I'm just trying to explore the different steps so that you should know. So measurement of angle A, and we will write here one letter, maybe G. So G, okay. So G and A are again which angle? Uh, Angle G and angle A are equal because those are corresponding angles. ते कोण आहेत संगत कोण आहेत संगत कोण हे नेहमी सेम असतात दोन पॅरल लाईन जर पकडल्या तर कन्सिडर केल्या आपण तर कोण measurement of angle G and measurement of angle A are equal. So from here we will get that measurement of angle G is equal to 100 degree. Similarly, measurement of angle G plus measurement of angle B becomes 180 degree, right? So because they are formed by the line M, okay? So from here we can get measurement of angle B is equal to 180 degree minus 100, that is 80 degree, okay? So I have shown you multiple ways. There are multiple ways to attack this problem. So whichever you feel easy and convenient, please use those way, okay? I will clear all the stuff. So right now remaining is measurement of angle C. So can you write down in chat box what is the measurement of angle C? So it's very easy and okay. So what is the angle C? Measurement of angle C. Please write it in chat box. 80 degree. Why? Okay. My question is like why? You should give in statement like one answer statement. Sorry, one line answer statement. So why measurement angle C is 80 degree? How did you calculate it? So how did you reach that measurement angle C is 80 degree? There are multiple ways, but can you find the simplest and best way? Now we have calculated A, B, right? So now we have to calculate C. So people are writing, that's good. So the simplest and best answer is yes, that's correct. So measurement of angle B and C, right? So both are corresponding angle for line P and line Q. Okay. So here it has to be noted, and please consider, please keep in mind that this line P and line Q are parallel. Hence, this angle C and B are congruent. So if these lines are not parallel, then B and C are not equal or not congruent. So as they have given that line P and line Q are parallel, hence the corresponding angles made by transversal M, here we are considering transversal M, hence B and C are corresponding angle. So इथे खूप महत्त्वाची गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवण्यासारखी आहे की P आणि Q ह्या दोन लाईन्स आहेत ह्या पॅरलल आहेत एकमेकांना आणि M ही त्यांची ट्रान्सव्हर्सल आहे. तो M ही छेदिका. सो M मुळे काय होतं की जे दोन संगत कोण बनलेले आहेत B and C they are equal. जर P and Q ह्या दोन लाईन्स जर पॅरलल नसतील then these B and C angles are not equal. Okay, please note down this thing. Whenever there are corresponding angle or alternate angle, those are equal when there are two parallel lines and one transversal. ट्रान्सव्हर्सल्स. ओके, ट्रान्सव्हर्सल मीन छेदिका. जी पण छेदिका लाईन आहे त्याच्यामुळे जर दोन पॅरल लाईनच्या भोवती जे संगत कोन बनतात किंवा व्युत्क्रम कोन किंवा आंतरकोन, so these properties are remain same. Otherwise, this property doesn't work. So you have to be considered whether these lines are parallel or not. Okay, so let's go ahead. Hopefully, you could understood these properties of parallel lines where we have defined the interior angle, corresponding angle, and alternate angle. Let's move further. Clear all the drawings. Let's go ahead. Okay. So here one thing they have mentioned is like, for more information, if transversal intersect two coplanar lines, okay, two coplanar lines. So what is meant by coplanar? So दोन लाईन आहेत, कोप्लॅनर लाईन आहे, म्हणजे त्या सेम प्रतल इज मराठी वर्ड आहे प्लॅनर साठी. तर त्या जर त्या एकाच प्लेन मध्ये आहेत. आता व्हॉट इज मीन बाय प्लेन? ओके, so I will try to explain you guys. Let's see. If you do not understand, please write in the chat box. So plane is like whenever we see the object, आपण कोणता पण एक ऑब्जेक्ट बघतो त्याला तीन गोष्टींनी आपण डिफाईन करू शकतो, जसे तीन कोऑर्डिनेट्स म्हणतात त्याला. आता जर आपण हा ब्लॉक घेतला, राईट, सो आपण ब्लॉकला बघताना आपण 3 डायमेन्शन मध्ये बघतो, बरोबर आहे. आता अशी आपण बॉल असतो, पण प्लेन काय असतो, जर फक्त आपण एकच बाजू बघितली, जसं आपण हीच बाजू बघितली, तर हा फक्त त्याचा एक प्लेन झाला. ओके, म्हणजे आपण दुसऱ्या प्लेन मध्ये बघत नाही आहोत किंवा दुसरं आपण कोऑर्डिनेट विचार करत नाही. जेव्हा आपण एकाच प्लेन मध्ये असतो, म्हणजे एक प्लेन म्हणजे काय, तर फक्त दोन डिरेक्शनने आपण त्यांना डिफाईन केलेलं असतं, जसं एक्स आणि वाय, आणि एक्स अँड वाय शुड बी परपेंडिक्युलर. सो एक्स अँड वाय मध्ये जे पण इथे तुम्ही डायग्राम्स बनवा, वॉट एव्हर डायग्राम्स यू प्रिपेअर बिटवीन दिस एक्स अँड वाय कोऑर्डिनेट्स, दोज आर कॉल्ड इन plane. Okay, x and y plane. So what does it mean that, so if we are two parallel lines are there, okay, so we can define any lines here. So आपण एक सिंपल पेपर घेतला, ओके, आणि त्या पेपरवर ज्या पण लाईन्स आपण काढू, तर त्या काय असणार, कोप्लॅनर. ओके, जर तो प्लेन आपला पेपर फोल्ड केला आपण, तर त्या कोप्लॅनर नाही बनणार, त्या एका प्लेन मध्ये नसणार. Okay, so this is the easy way to understand the coplanar lines that is on same plane. आता मी सुद्धा या स्क्रीनवर जे पण ड्रॉ करतोय ते सर्व कोप्लॅनर आहे, कारण हे 2 डायमेन्शन मध्ये आहे. म्हणजे 2 मितीमध्ये आपण त्या आकृतीला बघू शकतो. आपण तिसरी त्याची बाजू आहे ती बघू शकत नाही. ओके, तर आता नवीन नवीन टेक्नॉलॉजी येत चालल्या, तुम्हाला माहितच असेल की ऑगमेंटेड रियालिटी, व्हर्च्युअल रियालिटी, सो दॅट वी कॅन see the object in 3 dimension in front of you. आतापर्यंत आपण काय बघतो, दोन 2 कोऑर्डिनेट्स मध्ये, म्हणजे आपण टीव्ही बघतो, आपण पेपरवर लिहितो, तर त्या सर्व गोष्टी 2 डायमेन्शन असतात. ओके, सो आता वर्ल्ड इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स 3 डायमेन्शन. ओके, सो दॅट इज AR VR वगैरे, त्याच्यामध्ये खूप सारे संशोधन चालू आहे. आपण तिकडे नाही जाऊया, आपण सध्या आपण फक्त आपल्याला मला फक्त एवढं सांगायचं होतं की कोप्लॅनर म्हणजे एका प्लेन मधल्या एक प्लेन. प्लेन म्हणजे दिस इज जस्ट लाईक इट्स वर्ड सजेस्ट, इट्स प्लेन. ओके, ओनली वन प्लेन. सो why they have mentioned this coplanar? Because the 2 lines should be in one plane, it should not go in other planes. So if 2 lines are coplanar and their corresponding angles, okay, is congruent, then the lines are parallel. Sorry, so what does it mean? What they want to imply here, or what they want to give the suggestion, or what they want to teach us? So here, if there are 2 parallel lines, sorry, there are 2 lines, any 2 lines, okay, we don't know whether they are parallel or not. and if there is transversal. Okay, and what is the test? The corresponding angle is congruent. So if we check this corresponding angle, right? I will try to get some different color. So angles made by these lines, okay? Sorry, angles made by these two lines and one transversal. म्हणजे ह्या दोन कोणत्याही लाईन आहेत आणि त्यांच्यामध्ये एक ट्रान्सव्हर्सल, त्यांच्यामध्ये एक छेदिका आहे, त्यांच्यामध्ये दोन संगत कोण जे बनलेले आहेत, व्हॉट आर द करेस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स आर मेड हियर, इफ दे आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट, जर ते सेम असतील, व्हॉट डज इट मीन? So ह्या दोन लाईन ह्या पॅरलल असतात. Okay, so we will try to understand through some examples so that it will be good for you. So let's try to draw two lines, any two lines, P and Q. Okay, so if there are two lines, P and Q, and there is one transversal, okay, that is L. Okay, so angle made by corresponding angles made by this transversal is like we will define here A and B. If this A and B are congruent, okay, if A and B are congruent, then what does it mean? Line P is parallel to, sorry, line parallel to line Q. So this is the another test. So till now we were defining like if two parallel lines are there and there is transversal, then corresponding angles are congruent. But here this is a reversal test. So what does it shows? That if corresponding angles made by this transversal for the in two lines and those are congruent, then it will show that. What does it mean? That those two lines are parallel. So already we were discussing that there should be two parallel lines, and there should be a transversal to have the two congruent angle, two corresponding angles to be congruent. याचा अर्थ काय? जर दोन पॅरल लाईन असतील आणि त्यांना जर छेदिकेने छेदलं असेल तर त्यांच्यामुळे बनलेले संगत कोण हे सेम असतात किंवा इक्वल असतात. ओके, एकरूप असतात. So this is the different test to understand those lines are parallel or not. So similarly, go for alternate angles. So if the alternate angles made by those lines, alternate angles, we will, okay, these are the alternate angles. Suppose I'm not showing all the angles, but what are the alternate angles you take? And if those are congruent, then it is called parallel lines. And if interior angles are supplementary, right? So I will define interior angles like this way. So interior angles are supplementary, then lines are parallel. So you may ask, like you may think, and you should think that why it is so important. So already I told you, right? There our world is moving towards three-dimensional viewing, AR, VR. So त्या संशोधनामध्ये असल्या अशा प्रकारच्या गोष्टी खूप उपयोगी पडतात. जसं काय जर आपल्याला दोन पॅरल लाईन आहेत की नाही आणि आपल्याला हे समजून घ्यायचं असेल तर तिथे ते छेदिका बनवतात आणि त्यांचं अँगल चेक करतात. So हे प्रोग्रामिंग थ्रू. ओके, सो देर इज अ लॉट ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग बिहाइंड टू अंडरस्टँड whether those lines are parallel or not. So हे सर्व संशोधन किंवा हे सर्व प्रोग्रामिंग करताना ह्या फंडामेंटल्स गोष्टीचा खूप उपयोग असतो. म्हणून I always say that you keep your fundamentals right. So please try to understand what is this, what is parallel lines, and what are the angles made by those. And this information will be useful if you go in towards like programming or defining new stuff for this AR VR area, or there are certain softwares which requires such type of things to be implemented in their software. So those type of stuff will be really useful. Means for such type of stuff, this fundamental will be really useful. So please try to understand. If you have any question, please ask in the chat box. So we will go to the next. We check. So someone is telling that, okay, but school I used the same method. It just said that they are not corresponding, and I can't comment on those stuff. That is personal perspective. Sorry, but as far as your fundamentals are right and everything is good, so you can go ahead. So let's try to understand next thing, to draw parallel line to the given line. So we will try to understand that how these parallel lines are drawn. Okay, it's not very difficult thing, but it's a bit painstaking. So it's a bit painful to how to draw parallel line. See, if I start like freehand sketches, and if I try to draw this type of line, I know this looks like parallel, but those are not exactly parallel. Okay, so there are certain instruments, right? So these are the set square. So set square are really important tools. Okay, so whenever if you are going for engineering and there is a lot of engineering drawings, so these set squares are really helpful in drawing different shapes, different drawings, and so why this set square or engineering drawing is important, because generally if you have some idea, right? If you want to show that, okay, I will design my mobile in such a way, like its shapes should be like this way, or shape should be circular, or whatever. Means there may be crazy ideas, okay, or semicircular, so that it will be easy for me to handle that mobile. So that is, that's your idea, but how to convince other people that this is a really good idea? So we have to define in the terms of drawing. So if you draw, so suppose if you draw something semicircular and give the dimension and show that, okay, this is the screen and it looks like good stuff here, and we can do a lot of great interesting things on this type of mobiles. Yeah, so through these drawings you can explain like what should be the dimension. Okay, what is the dimension? Maybe 2 inch, right? So those stuff are defined in the terms of drawing. ह्या सर्व गोष्टी आपण काय करतो, तर एका ड्रॉइंग मध्ये निर्माण करतो आणि ते लोकांना दाखवतो, आणि लोकांना आवडलं तर ते घेतात. Okay, so this is the one way we have to define our ideas, imaginations into the paper or real-time world. Okay, whatever the imagination you have, you can draw. So चित्रकला आपण बघितलीच आहे, लहानपणापासून आपण चित्र काढत राहतो. तो चित्रकलेचं थोडंसं सिस्टमॅटिक रूप हे इंजिनिअरिंग ड्रॉइंग असतं. तो जे पण इंजिनिअरिंग ड्रॉइंगचं पुढे जाऊन इंजिनिअरिंग वगैरे विचार करतात, तर तेव्हा ह्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला खूप उपयोगी पडेल. So you should know this is a set square. Okay, so set square nothing but this type of so this is one instrument, this is one, this is shown in the blue, and this is in transparent. So there are, I mean, it comes in different colors, but so there are set squares. So this angle, see, angle made by set square here is 30 degree, and this is 60 degree, while this another this set square tool has the angle here 45 degree, and this is 45 degree, and we know this is the perpendicular. So there are two different type of set squares. One 30-60-90 is called 30-60-90. So we can see the angle, right? This is 30, 30, this is 60, and this is 90. Similarly, there are 45, 40, 45, 90 set square. So this is 45, you know, and another remaining is 90-degree angle. So these are the set square generally used in engineering drawing, and now we are going to use it for drawing parallel lines. Okay, so let's see. So we will go one step by step. So draw line L. So they have drawn the line L. Okay, this is the line L. Then take a point P outside the line L. So they have taken this point P outside line L. So somewhere in this direction they have taken. You can take in this direction also. That's not an issue. We have to draw the line P. So as shown in the figure, place two set square touching each other. So what is the main criteria here? So so you can use 45 here and 3690 here. So means you can exchange this thing also. There is no issue. Okay, so it is not always that 30-60-90 angle set square should be here. 45-90 can be here. Okay, so that's not a problem. Okay, put set square as shown. Okay, so first thing is what we have to see. This set square, like 30-60-90, this edge should match with line L. That is the main thing. And another thing is like this another set square should have very near to line P, where we have to draw the line very close to point P. Okay, so these two important things while holding the set square. Now, as we know, we can draw the line P very which is touching to the this set square. So this way we have drawn the line M. We have named it as M. So if we remove this set square, you can see that line L and M are drawn, and those are parallel lines. So this way we can draw the parallel lines using set square. So let's move ahead, and if you have any question, you can post. Hopefully, you are hearing me very well, and you can see my screen too, right? If you have any issue, please write down in the chat box. I am keeping it, I'm checking the chat box frequently. So let's go. Now we know that how to draw the parallel line to the point given outside the any line. Okay. So method 2. So they have given another method also, how to draw the parallel lines. So okay. So this is another way we can draw the line parallel from P. Okay. So what they have mentioned, see, first is draw line L. So they have drawn the line L. Take a point P outside the line. Okay, take a point outside the line, and we have taken this point P here. Draw segment PM perpendicular to. So we have to draw this line PM, which is perpendicular to line L. Okay, take another point N somewhere here. Anywhere this M and N is not defined. M and N defined नहीं केलेले. तर आपण काय करूया N पासून N हा एक point घेऊया line L1, and from the line from point N we will draw another line which is QN, which is perpendicular to line L. So now we know that like length of NQ. Okay, so what here need to be checked is like length of PM and length of QN should be equal. Okay, then we have to draw the line going through line P and Q. That's the simple. So how it's like okay, here how we can say these lines are parallel, right? what is the thing which makes these lines parallel? So this distance between these two lines are equal. Okay, so we know that in parallel lines they do not touch each other for infinite length. So their distance between those two lines remain same. So this property we are using here. Okay, so this is another method to draw the line parallel when the any point given outside the that particular line or that specific line. Okay, but the thing is like here, you know, the steps we followed, like from P we have drawn PM, then same distance we have to carry out and take the point N, then carry out draw this line QN which is perpendicular to line L. So this should be this equal, and draw the line M. So these are like, you know, we can draw. But if you see the convenience, if we have the proper tool, you know, as mentioned in the set square, right? So we have to just place this here and place another set square. You can draw the parallel line. So it was so easy, right? So generally tools, whichever we use, are helping to speed up the process. Okay, so here we use set square, and in this construction, this is also right way, but we are not using any tools, so it takes time. Okay, so both are right way. Whichever is convenient, whichever is easy, you can go ahead. Okay, so if you do not have set square available, then yes, this method is good. But if you have the set square available, please use those set square for drawing the line parallel lines. Okay. So, sorry. Another questions or another way they are constructing, or they have given the statement to draw a parallel line to given line at a given distance. Okay. So draw a parallel line L at a distance of 2.5 centimeter. Okay. So this is almost similar to what we have seen in the earlier section, that draw line. So first we will go step by step where draw line L. Okay, we have here they have mentioned line L, where they have carried out this line, or they have constructed this line. Take 2 points A and B, two separate points. Okay, so be careful, don't separate point here. Line L over A and B. Now draw perpendicular line from A and B. Okay, these perpendicular lines they have drawn from point A and B. So A and B मधून त्यांनी perpendicular line काढलेलं. Perpendicular म्हणजे 90 degree. आता इथे सुद्धा तुम्ही मी तुम्हाला अगोदर सांगितलेलं आहे सेट स्क्वेअर असतील तर आपण जर सेट स्क्वेअर इथे ठेवला, we'll take another color so if we put set square here 30 60 90 घ्या किंवा 30 60 90 किंवा 45 45 घ्या. Okay, if you put your set square here, it's very easy to draw perpendicular line. So you don't have to measure, how to draw that. So if you have proper tools, you can speed up the process. That's the message here. So hence, if you have set square, you can easily draw the perpendicular line. So going ahead, so now we have drawn the two perpendicular lines to line L. And hence, now take the distance from A and B. Mark this point P from A. A पासून 2.5 centimeter वर point P mark करा असं. Okay, and similarly from point B, mark point Q at distance 2.5 centimeter. It's not millimeter. So always be careful about the unit. So 2.5 centimeter, and then draw. Then take points P and draw the line from going from P and Q and mark that as a PQ. So we can see that we have drawn the parallel line from L given at distance 2.5 centimeter. Okay. So if you have any question, please write in the chat box. If you're not, then I will go ahead. Okay. So I think there is no questions. There is practice set 2.3. If you have time, you can go ahead. So we will quickly start because we have some time left for today's lecture. So we'll go through quickly indices and cube roots. So Ghatanga I don't know at which standard they teach, but Ghatanga and Ghatanga like laws of indices, Ghatanga. So I think in earlier, because they have mentioned it, let's recall. So I feel that you have learned this earlier standard, but we will try to just recall all this stuff. So why we are trying to get this knowledge again and again, or trying to revise? So there is a research like I will quickly give you some points like how does our brain works, right? So some points are, it's not always true, but there are certain things like new things. If you learn new things, so what is the retention rate? Here is retention rate. Means what is mean by retention rate? तर तुम्ही आपल्या बुद्धीमध्ये ते किती वेळ राहील किंवा ते तुम्ही पटकन आठवू शकता. ओके, दॅट इज कॉल्ड रिटेन्शन. तर जेव्हा तुम्हाला शिकवलं जातं, सपोज हा आहे दिवस 1, ओके, जर तुम्ही याला त्याच दिवशी विचारलं तर तुमचं रिटेन्शन खूप चांगलं असतं, खूप हाय. ओके, अँड ॲज गोज डेज goes, it reduces. Okay, so you may not give the 100% answers. So it's about total information. Okay, sorry. And if we revise after 5 days, suppose, whatever we means whatever has been taught, so it again goes up. Okay, so that's why revision is very important for our to increase its retention and to understand these fundamentals very well. So you might have studied in earlier standard, so that's just they're trying to recall or revise here, so that it will be again kept in your mind, and it will be useful for you to understand the new things better. Okay, so till you have learned about these indices or their laws, right? So just they're trying to recall here, so that on top of that you can build new things or you can learn new things. So basics are very, very important. Please skip your fundamentals, right? That's my again same message to you all, young children or young childs of India. So let's go here. The product of this can be expressed as 2 raised to 5. Why? So why this 5? Because here these are the 5 times 2. So instead of writing this way, we are writing in this format. So what does it mean? 2 is the base and 5 is the index. So 2 raised to 5 is the index form of the number. So any multiplication like 2 into 2 into 2, to see how much space we are giving here. Instead of that, if we write 2 raised to 5, it's very convenient. Okay. So this way we are writing the indices or base and index. Okay. So this is very convenient format to write the mathematical expression. हे mathematical expression आपल्याला easy प्रकारे लिहायला खूप उपयोगी पडतं, म्हणून आपण we are considering to write in this fashion. So, and then there are a lot of rules like laws of indices, घातांकाचे नियम म्हणतात. सो गतंगाचे नियम काय असतात ते आपण थोडक्यात बघू. So a raised to m and a raised to n. Okay. So here we can see the base is same, but index is different. And what is the what is the sign here? It's multiplication. So whenever there is a multiplication, so indexes get added. Okay. Similarly, if base is same, so we have to be very careful while doing or using this laws, right? So what does okay? So here is also base are same, and they are trying to. So here, if there is a division, then indexes are subtracted from each other. So here, see, if two base are there and there is indices outside, then it can be applied separately for both of the base. Okay. So what I will do, I think it's a bit confusing or something difficult. So we will try to understand everything by some example. Okay. So they have given examples here. So first we will see here. Okay. So here 3 raised to 5 and 3 raised to 2 becomes 5. And as we know, the law of indices states that m plus n. So here 5 plus 2, 7. Okay. Similarly, for second rule, okay. For second rule, what is the thing? Like a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. So 7 minus 9. So 7 minus 9 becomes minus 2. So here 3 raised to minus 2. This is the answer. Okay. So third rule is 3 raised to 4. They have, okay, they have mentioned very clear. So this third rule, okay, a into b raised to m, then a raised to m into b raised to m. So this is the rule we can apply here. 5 into 7 and raised to 2. So 5 raised to 2 and 7 raised to 2. And for any base, okay, this is a very important rule. For any base, an index is 0, then it is 1. Okay, this is the common rule they have defined, and they have stated that okay, for any base, index is 0, then it is called 1. Okay, so this is for convenience of mathematics. If we state it as a 0, then it will give us wrong answers in different scenarios. So that's why it has been called like it will be any indexes of a base, any base is 1. Okay, so going ahead, so similarly, if we try to write it down here, 5 raised to 0 is 1. Okay, so go to the next law, that is if for any any base index is negative, then we can write simply in this format. Okay, so here it will go into the denominator, and that denominator will have the indexes positive. Okay, it's very important rule also. So 5 raised to minus 3. So this is the example for that. 5 raised to minus 3. So this 3 will go here, but that will be the positive. Okay, so these are the rules. Okay, so go to the sixth rule, that is a raised to m and at the bracket n, then at the outside the bracket the raised to n, then this m and n gets multiplied. Okay, so 3 raised to 4 and whole bracket raised to 5, Then what will be the answer here? 4 into 5, that is 20. Okay, so this way we have seen the sixth rule. So let's go to the seventh rule. So A by B raised to M. So first A raised to M and second is also B raised to M. This is similar to this rule, only here it is in form of division. Okay. So they have mentioned here, we will see the example. So if there are two numbers and their indexes outside the bracket is 3, so that is 5 raised to 3 and 7 raised to 3. And please note that this is not the same. This is not the same. Okay, these are the different stuff. So now last stuff, that is eighth rule. So A by B raised to minus M is, we have to do the reciprocal of this, then this M sign changes. So let's see example. So 5 divided by 7 and outside the bracket is minus 3. Then if we take the reciprocal of numbers which are inside the bracket, then this number becomes positive. Okay, so these are the rules which we have studied in earlier standards. This is generally for revision, right? And you should be very clear, very thorough through this law of indices. This Gatangachaniyam is very important. Whenever you go for your future career or anywhere, so this mathematics is really important. Okay, so going ahead, let's learn. Okay, so we'll try to understand this. Okay, meaning of numbers when index A is a rational number. Rational number we have studied already. So this is not the like square root of 2 or something like that. Okay, so meaning of numbers when index is rational number of the form 1 by n. So till now we have studied like indices like 2 indexes are 2, 3, right? 2, 3. So we know that indexes for any basis, right? So what we have studied, right? 5 raised to 2 or 7 raised to 3, such type of thing. But if those indexes are in format of this way, like 1 by n is any number. Okay, so what does it mean? Like, let us see meaning of index, like 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5. Okay, so to show square of number, the index is written as 2. We know, right? So 5 raised to 2 means 25. Okay. Show the square root. So what they are mentioning is to show the square root, we are writing index as a 1 by 2. So what does it mean? If we write 25 raised to 1 by 2, what does it mean? 5. Okay. For example, they have given square root of 25 is root of 25. We know this is a radical sign. And we can use, that is using expression like 25 raised to 1 by 2, that is equivalent to root of 25, and that is 25 1 by 2. Okay. So similarly, in general, square of can be written as a square, and square root of a is written as this way, right? So this is only another form of writing this digit. So root of a becomes, or a raised to 1 by 2, whatever format you write, both are same. Similarly, if a is a cube, a raised to 3, or and if the cube root we have to mention, then we can write in cube root of a or a raised to 1 by 3. Whichever format you like, you can write it down. Okay, so there is no issue about writing. only the take home message from this thing is like whenever there is 1/2, so in indexes 1/2 or 1/3 in the format of 1/n, then try to understand that is something related to square root or cube root. So there will be a radical sign this. Okay. So this form or this type of indexes are always related to this type of sign. Okay. So let's move further. So we will try to understand this one example. So 4 raised to 3 is, we know that 4 into 4 into 4, because this is 3 times. Okay. So this is 64. So cube root of 64 can be written as this format, that is within the third, in the format of cube root of 64 or 64 raised to 1/3. So what is 64 raised to 1/3? Is 4. Now similarly, 3 raised to 5, like 3 written in the 5 times. So 3 raised to 5 is 243. Then that is fifth power of 3 is 243. Right? That's we know that 3 raised to 5 is 243. Now, if we want to calculate the fifth root, so how to write that? Fifth root of 243 can be written as 243 raised to 1/5, or we can write in this fashion, like root of 5. Fifth root of 243. This way also we can write. Okay. So we know that answer is 243 raised to 1/5 is equal to 3. Hence, generally, nth root of a is expressed as a raised to 1/n. For example, what does it mean? 120 raised to 1/7. So what does it mean by seventh root of 128? Similarly, 900 raised to 1/12. What does it mean? 12th root. So this is the 12th. Okay, 12th root of 900. So similarly, we can write anything. So if 10 raised to 1/5 is equal to x. Okay, so what does it mean? X raised to 5 is equal to 10. So this is the rule, not rule, but we have not seen till now, right? So if for any number a raised to 1/5 is equal to b, then what does it mean? B raised to 5 is equal to a. Okay, so this is the thing. So if you have any question, please write in the chat box. Otherwise, we will take a leave and have a great evening. Take care, guys. So, sir, someone has asked the question that if the base is different, will the same rule be applied? But there are rules which works accordingly, right? So you have to be very careful while using those rules. Okay. So there are different rules for different bases. Okay. Anyway, good evening. Sorry. Yeah. Bye. Have a great evening and take care. See you next time. Please leave the class, because according to the new rule, you have to leave the room, so that I'll be the last person to say bye to everyone. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anyone is there?